For those who fought in the Battle of Britain, it was a battle for survival. For the free world, it was a breathless moment in history. For failure would have plunged mankind into a new dark age. Never have so many owed so much to so few.
So hello guys, welcome to stage 34 of build the Spitfire Mark 1A, and in this week we've got a box, so let's have a look. So it's an unboxing video today, is it? So we have received lots of bits of cardboard which is kept safe in a nice cardboard box, and we have also received some parts, so let's have a look at the parts. Sorry, bear with me. I thought I'd lost my knife, and it turns out it actually popped it away in a nice safe place. Right, so let's begin now. I'm going to keep these in the bag until I need them. This is going to be a two-part video in effect. So we will receive 34-1, which is this part here, and that is plastic, and this is the carburetor air intake. In fact, let's take them out of the bag. I think we'll be okay actually. So this is mainly green, and it looks like it's painted rather than bare plastic, with this little black bit on the inside. For 34-2 is completely black, and that's plastic, and that's the carburetor air intake, and it looks, yes, it looks like a mirror image of part 1, piece number 1. So piece 3 is the carburetor air intake, and that's black and green. Very nice actually. Rather happy with that. Again, that's plastic. Piece 4, you'll never guess what it's called. Wrong. It's the oil cooler intake. So there we go, and that's all black, so that's obviously going to go on the black side of the wing. And then piece 5, this is interesting. They go from pieces to cardboard. So we have 4 pieces of cardboard. Let's see if I can figure out which one is which. These are all pretty much the same in that they're cardboard. Right, so that's number 3. This is piece number 34-5-1, and that is, they're all called cardboard panels for temporary stand 4 parts. So that's the first part, that's the second part, that's the third part, or maybe that's the third part. Yeah, this is the third part because it's longer, and this is the 4th part. And then that finishes up with 2 sets of screws, and you can easily tell them apart because some are black and some are silver. So we have 3 3x4mm PB screws, with one of which is spare, so I'll pop that there, and the rest, there's 5 of them, 5 2x4mm PM screws, 1 spare. So let's see what we can do. So step 1 is to take the 4 cardboard panels which slot together to create a temporary stand for your model. Take panel 1 and fold it in along the creases to form a rectangle. So I'm not going to read all of these instructions out. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to crack on and do it, because I don't think we probably need in-depth instructions on cardboard boxes. Look at that, absolutely perfect. Or does it go this way? Not 100% sure at the moment. No, I think I had it right the first time. So I'm not going to take out the cellophane, and this isn't the sturdiest of bases. What I might be tempted to do If you're someone like me and you get lots of deliveries with cardboard, I would be tempted to cut out a piece of cardboard and just apply a glue gun and just stick that to a square piece of cardboard, and I think that will add a lot of rigidity to that. But that's that part done. So let's have a look at the rest of the magazine. So stage 7, we need the carburetor air intake parts, which are these two pieces here, 34.1 and 34.2. Now it does ask us to super glue them together. You see you've got two tabs there and 2 holes there. They're just going to go in like that, and I think I personally would probably super glue those as well. But these are going to go with stage 8, 34.3, and you see you've got 2 holes there, and they're just going to pop onto there like so, and dry fit. There we go. I've now actually changed my mind about the super glue. I don't think they need super glue. So leave the super glue as your choice. As you can see, that's a sturdy enough part. I think that's absolutely fine. So for stage 9, we need the wings that we've made in the previous issue, and I've lost my bubble wrap. So bubble wrap or something just to protect the table, and this is going to go, you see in the middle right at the front, this is the front of the wing. You see you've got the markings, and these are where the flaps are. So 2 holes there, and the piece that you've just made is going to go, you've got 2 screw holes there, so it's actually going to overlap. There we go, just like that. There's nothing to hold it in or line it up. I can't see that being a problem because it says there's a there we go, I was wrong, I'm sorry. So there's a peg there. Can you see the peg on the end? That peg will be there, and I didn't spot that peg. So let's pop the peg in first, and then you can see that those holes are perfectly lined up. So we'll just pop our part on the surface, and then what we will need is 2 PB by 2 screws, the 2x4mm PB screws. That's the little black ones. And then what I'll do, I'll get my screw loaded up there, and that's the wrong head. So that was far too large, so I just changed it out for a more appropriate one. This is why we dry fit. So what I'm going to do, you see that's come out of that locating peg, so I'm just going to hold that part with my finger, and I'm just going to pop 1 screw in, just enough to bite so it's not falling off, and then we can pop the second screw in, and this one can go all the way. Because it's a plastic screw, we're going to let the screw tell us when it's gone in enough. So when the resistance increases, there, and then we'll test that part. Yeah, that's fine. I'm really happy with that. Now there is a little bit of wobble on the end there, so again, it's all down to if you want to super glue it on. That will come off. I'm actually going to go with that for now. I think there's going to be a piece come into there which will hold that in, so I'm happy with that. So the next piece is stage 12, 34.4. Carefully turn the assembly over, and again you might want to just prop this up with something in the middle, because if you put too much weight on there it could snap it. Check the fit of the oil cooler intake, which is this piece here, 34.4, on the underside of the left wing. Now we've got 2 holes there, and they're going to go in like so. Look at that, perfect, absolutely perfect. Now there has been some comments that this may be the wrong way round. there's also been comments that it isn't the wrong way round. I believe this is the correct way round. So you see we've got the large hole at the front. I do apologise, matte black really does not reflect light very well. So there we've got the large bit at the front, and we've got the small bit at the back, and that makes perfect sense to me. And it does say glue this in place. Again, I'm not going to glue mine in because I don't think it needs it, and I'm concerned. Right, I think I'm missing a screw. Is a screw fallen out? Yeah, I think there should be a screw in there. So I'm just going to pop this one in. I can see that it is this screw. So did I miss this in the last issue perhaps? I don't think I did. There we go. That feels a lot better. So yeah, there we go. That's that part, and I'm getting dust from somewhere. I don't know where. So there's the part. I don't think it needs gluing in, but if you feel more comfortable gluing it in, look, you can see there. I think that's in enough. So I'm going to leave mine. So yeah, let's move on to stage 13 then. So just before I move on to stage 13, this box, I'm going to be honest with you, I really am not happy with it. It is temporary, but look, you should see it just falls apart. So I'm just going to do a couple of simple mods to it. See this? But let me show you what I mean. When you have the wing on and then you lift it, say there, you see how it just falls apart. So I'm just going to pop a few little bits of packing tape on it. Ideally what you'd want to do, let's all come out here, it's all out of shape. So I'm just going to put some packing tape on, but what you could equally do, which would be a really good idea, is if you had a glue gun, you could get a piece of cardboard, any bit of cardboard would do, and you could just glue along the bottom there. But I'm just going to cheat. I don't want to spend too much effort on it, and I'm just going to cut some packing tape, and then what we'll do is we'll tape various strategic edges down so that it doesn't come up. And I'm just going to cut 4 bits of tape, fairly long. This tape is cheap, so we can use as much as we want. There's no issue about cost. And let's just have a look where to put the first few pieces. So let's put, I don't want this to get in the way of anything, but I'll put a piece there, and then that is fine there. What I'm looking for is where the Spitfire will actually sit. So I don't want it to get in the way of anywhere where it's sitting. So we'll pop a piece there. That should just help that protect it a little bit more. We'll pop a piece there. That's not actually going to do anything at all. I'll pop a little piece there. And then I might even tape this to this Amazon packet. So if I take 2 really long pieces, turn this upside down. I've just got my address on there, so bear with me for a sec. Sorry, I've just spotted an address label. So we'll just cover that up. The majority of my viewers are absolutely wonderful people, but you know what it's like to get someone on YouTube. So, and to say, all I really want to do is just make this this temporary stand just a little sturdier. So I will get 1 piece. Let's pop it there, shall we? one piece there. This is what happens when you have a microphone. Want to add just a little bit to it, just there we go. I think that's an improvement, isn't it? Just being careful not to get the tape anywhere that the Spitfire is going to sit, because I don't know what effect that would have. It's nothing amazing, nothing neat, but it's going to do the job. Just that every time I touch this, it seems to collapse on me. So there we go. Let's test that out, shall we? There we go. I'm much happy with that. So it looks an absolute mess, as you can see, but it does the job so much better. So we can now move on to stage 13. Now, stage 13, is that the right way round? I think I've got that the wrong way round. I think it's meant to go that way. Right, let's just pop this to one side. So stage 13, we need to, I do actually need the fuselage, the wings. So stage 13, we need to install the engine, which is this part here. Now, there will be a video coming out in a couple of days to show you how I weathered that, but it's already been weathered, which I say I will explain that. Now, with stage 13, we are looking for, there's like a square, a bank of 4 there, and you will see that on there are 4 holes, and that's going to go into there like so. And just as I said in an earlier, I think it was actually this video or the video before, the air intake will actually be pushed in. Now we know it's by the engine. So let's pop this onto there. We might as well try and use this stand, and we will need 4 PM 2x2 4mm screws, which are there. Now this is slightly awkward because I'm doing it on the box, but it's going to be a lot better than doing it on the table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find any random screw hole, and I'm just going to pop the first screw in, but not fully, just enough to bite, and that's on. And then I'm going to take the opposite screw, if I can keep the screw on a screwdriver, and I'm going to pop that one in just enough to bite, and that should give us enough to lift up the wings and the engine. And we want to check for any parts, are they all in correctly? This is lining up there, and I can just see one area of concern, and that is the plug. So if I get my tweezers, yeah, that plug is actually trapped under there, so I'm going to have to undo this. And this is why we check, because if we didn't check and I'd screwed all of those screws in, I would then have to undo them all, and I haven't done any of these tight. Now I can just lift one screw completely out. There we go. And I'm just going to check the magazine. It doesn't actually seem to state where that wire is going to go, but we can guess that that wire needs to be out of the way. So We'll go back in with this other screw and we'll pop that in just enough to bite. There we go. Right, so now we can give it another look, and I am happy with that. That all seems to line up. So what I'm going to do now is pop the other two screws in, and then this one is going in just enough to bite, as we always do. Then the last one, we are confident that they're all lined up correctly. There we go, that's in. And I can go back over my screws. There we go. And that's all in nice. So we just check that that is in tight, which that is. This little piece, oh look, this piece that I didn't glue in, that is in solid as anything, solid as a rock. And then that is now issue 34 complete. We have a nice little stand for it. Is that the right way? I'm guessing that's the right way. Now you'll notice that mine does not have, they don't want to stay there, so I haven't done a good job with those, have I? So you'll notice mine has got no wheels at the moment. I am in the process of doing mods. I haven't put the wheels back on yet. Now in the next video these will miraculously appear. I won't be doing a video on how to put them back on, because they're put back exactly the same way as the magazine told us to put them on in the first place, which I have already done a video for. But yes guys, look at this. This is absolutely amazing model. I'm absolutely loving it, and yeah, I can't wait for next week. So I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. If you have, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video guys.